This is the application for PHC clinicians. Now we are going to add a new baby. Here we select parent, then enter baby's details. I do not have a NFC tag with me now, but on this screen when we attach a NFC card to the mobile, then the ID will get auto populated. Now the baby has been registered. We refresh the list and now we can see Junior John. The scan the card button is for if you want to search a baby with respect using some NFC card, then we can click the button, it will start scanning, and then we just have to scan the card and the baby's details will pop. So now we select Junior John and we'll go to his schedule. So here with this edit button we can edit if there are any mistakes while registering the baby, then we can edit its details. Here is the basic schedule. Now we create an appointment for BCG. The appointment has been created and you can see the status has been changed to schedule. In the history panel we can see all the appointments and registrations. Now this is the healthcare center. BJ Government Medical College is the healthcare center. When we click on a particular appointment, we can see BCG has been scheduled. Now depending if the parent has arrived with the baby or not, we can administer or cancel the schedule. Now we are going to administer. Now this BCG vaccine has been administered, and when we refresh, the status will also get updated. See, completed, and here also. Now we are going to schedule another vaccine. Now if we try to create an appointment with when there is already a pending appointment, it will have to give an error like the first appointment should be completed before. See, previous appointment should be completed to make a new one. So what it means is the hepatitis B1 vaccine which is scheduled should be either administered or should be cancelled before scheduling another vaccine. Also it constantly checks for the cooldown period, like the cooldown period is amount of days between consecutive vaccines, so it also checks that. Now sorry, now we are going to cancel this. So this is the application for PHC clinician. Thank you.
This is a demonstration for the Bonnie Parent application. It is an application which is completely dedicated for parents. Now, as shown in the previous video, parent John Doe has registered his baby Junior John into the public healthcare system. Now, let us see how this application would benefit John. Logging into his account with his credentials. Now on the home screen you would see Junior John, who is John's registered child. This card gives information about the baby's name, its birth date, birth time, blood group, weight and address. Now clicking on it would fetch us the schedule. In this schedule, the vaccines are listed in the ascending order according to the week. Each vaccine represents its name, its probable scheduled date, its week of administration, and the status. As you can see, the status can be administered, pending, or scheduled. A parent can only view the schedule of the baby and not manipulate it. Now, the vaccine history would give us more information about the list of completed, scheduled, and cancelled vaccines. Now, clicking on one of those would give us further details. For example, clicking on the completed vaccine give us details about the public healthcare center at which a particular vaccine was administered. In this case, it is BCG. It also gives us information about the PHC's address, email, and date and time at which this vaccine was administered. Similar set of details can be viewed for scheduled and cancelled vaccines. Now, this application also serves a notification service for parents. By clicking on the bell icon, parents can view 3 types of notifications. Error notifications would give information about the cancelled vaccine. Success notifications would tell if a vaccine was successfully administered. And an info type of notification would be informative and act as a reminder for the upcoming vaccines which are due soon. These are all the functionalities provided by the parent application.
Hi, so this is the web UI for the Bonnie app. So this here is the landing page, and you can see here there are two links to download the respective Android apps that are used to manipulate the data. With that, we have the administration section that is used to do administrative tasks like schedule a periodic task, update the user info, email, IDs, passwords, etc., and perform any manipulation in the actual application data. Uh, Another part is the PDF schedule module. Here we can provide the uh, tag of the newborn and generate its report. And we can see here the tentative schedule that is generated for that baby. And next part comes is the REST framework part. There are multiple endpoints through which the Android apps access the data in the form of JSON. Uh, Now coming to the last part, analytics and prediction. Uh, in the analytics, we try to visualize the data by performing various aggregation and uh, cube operations, roll-up operations on the data to provide insights like the dropout rate, the gap between two types of user groups. So also region-based information gathering. So that's what we have depicted here. Also, yes. So going to the prediction. Uh, this data is supposed to provide various kinds of insights to the application. For the prediction model, we didn't have any. We collected the WHO's immunization data set from their official website. Uh, Based on that data, we developed two predictive models. For that, we performed the same prediction. We trained same prediction models for several types of machine learning algorithms, classification algorithms, and we plotted their accuracy here, and based on that, we decided to use the top score, top accuracy scores the models provided. In our case, both were uh, k nearest neighbors classifiers. And so here you can see the attribute, its description, and the current values that each data set holds. So through our application data, we saw three regions: Delhi, Kolkata, and Maharashtra. So we have calculated value for each attribute respective to that region, and based on that, we have tried to predict the bacterial infection rate, that is possibility of spread of bacterial infections, as most of these diseases are based back on bacterial infection. Also, we tried to determine vitamin A deficiency because uh, based on the data we saw that there were chances of vitamin deficiency based on the dropout rates uh, through the so due to the lack of the vaccination. And so this year we have visualized the accuracies of the models, and yes, that concludes